Welcome back, guys, to the GSL Super Tournament. I am Wolf, and next up we have the best versus Min. I saw someone put up a sign, I don't know what it said. But we've got the best versus Min coming up next year, and some of you guys, I think that the best is going to get crushed by Min, and you're not alone. I actually kind of think that may be the case as well. Last time we saw these guys play against each other, that was the case. And the best has been improving a lot, though, and he said in his interviews, I know I've lost a lot of fans. I know a lot of you think that I'm kind of in a slump, but I've been improving lately, and I want to show that. I want to show you guys some good games. So he really wants to win this game. Now, remember, because last time they met each other, they were in the round of 32 in Code A, the best got knocked out of Code A by Min. So he wants to get his revenge. He's made that very clear in interviews, and based on the banter in chat, I mean, it's not like a very vengeful type of thing. He's not like, I hate you, I'm not going to say good luck to you in the chat and stuff like that. I was reading the chat a little bit in the lobby, but he definitely wants to get his revenge. He wants to get his honor back. So we're going to take a look at our players now. All right, there's the best himself. Rank is 33rd, and that's a lot better than some of the ranks you guys have seen for certain players who may be better than the best, but it sounds so funny to say. But the best actually has a lot of results. He played well in the past. Of course, he was in Code S for 2 seasons, and then, of course, fell out of Code A last season. So he's currently in Code B. He's going to have to try to requalify. And he defeated Jejun and Trickster in order to get here. There's a shot of the best now. Remember, like some of the other players we've seen who aren't in Code A, if he loses here, you might not see him again for a while. I mean, of course, there's always the Team League, but requalifying is a daunting task. It's so daunting, it's almost impossible to qualify. It's not like the old qualifiers for the open seasons where you've got, there's a lot of players in there, but the game's very new. People are figuring stuff out, and then there are just some clear, better players. There are only 32 players this time get to qualify. Not even that many, actually. Less than that, so... And everyone's really good. You've got players like Dongray Goose trying to get in there. Some Slayers players that haven't even qualified yet. Alright, here's Slayer's Min. His ranking is 73rd. Of course, he's currently in Code A. Didn't quite make it. I think he lost to Violet in the up and down matches, if I remember correctly. So, didn't make it into Code S, but he's going to be in Code A next season. And he defeated July, actually, to get here. So that's pretty impressive. Also, 2-0 Genius with some good decision-making, some good burrowed roaches, and then Mutalis transitions. There he is. Saw him running around today around the studio. He looked really happy. All the Slayers guys just hang out with each other, and they're really nice. And Slayers Men, no exception, of course. He is making a bunch of jokes and stuff, and I didn't really ask him what he thought about the matches or anything, but based on what he was talking to other people about and his attitude overall, I think he's very confident. But we'll see, though. The best, I'm sure, has really tried to prepare for this match. If you've got a very important match coming, if you want to make it to the round of 8, you want to get your honor back, you want to take out the guy who kicked you out of Code A, you've got to come in here confident, you've got to be ready. And look at him, there's the best himself. He looks ready. But Min, he's got Pocari Sweat. It increases your APM by 20% if you drink that. Alright, so, as you can see, the best not doing very well against Zerg recently. 1 win, 2 losses. That's 33.3% wins. Look at my stat sheet that I made. He actually has 37.5 overall in all the matches he's ever played against Zerg. And his opponent hasn't been doing that well against Terran, but neither of these guys have a lot of results recently, so these percentages are a little off. But still, Min only 33% overall. So both these guys are a little bit weak in this matchup. So they're both good players, and they've played against really strong players. So as you can see, some of the losses down there in the 10th sets were MVP. So he lost to MVP twice. That's a pretty big deal. MVP is pretty good. So if that's, some of your only losses against Terran or against MVP, it's not very telling to look at the win percentage. All right, so we're going to take a look at these maps. Set 1 will be on Crevasse. Set 2 is on Naga Caverns. And Set 3 will be on Crossfire. As you can see, Belshire Beach was eliminated by the best, and Zelnaga Fortress was eliminated by Min. Zelnaga Fortress, like I said, time and time again, the map that a lot of Zerg players just don't feel comfortable on right now, I've noticed. And I think it's because it's not a very large map, it's got a very wide open natural. Zerg players feel a little bit weird about taking a third base on that map as well. Alright guys, though, the countdown has started. It's finishing up. The map will load in a moment, and in that moment, You guys will think about who's going to win. Who do you think will take this one? Will it be the best? Will he get his revenge, or will Min take him out in game 1 here on Crevasse? We'll find out. This is the GSL Super Tournament, round of 16.
The Best for You versus Players Myth.
All right, down here in the bottom left, a really good Terran player on the Team TheBestfOu. Some might even say he is
The Best for You.
Some people might say that. Now over here at the bottom right of the map, we've got a Slayers player who's done extremely well. Hasn't been around for very long, but is a good player. And he has been doing a lot better recently, and he's made it pretty far in this tournament. Min says, I want to go to Seoul. Thanks to LG Cinema 3D, Intel, and G-Skill. Seriously, thank those guys. If you know anyone who works for any of those companies, call them up and tell them how much you appreciate it. They know the fans really appreciate what they do, but it can't hurt to tell them too many Terrans needs more Zergs. One of our fans, he actually speaks English. I talked to him about the matches beforehand. He's a Korean, but does speak English, so I was able to talk to him a little bit. Now Min is going to come in here and scout. And guess what? He's going to see. He's going to see a very fast command center, a command center first build. In fact, that was a 14cc. You don't see that in StarCraft 2 that much because it's actually a little bit better in the short run to get that extra SCV. So you can power up a little bit. Make the command center a little bit faster, then you get that same SCV a little bit later, but you get the faster double production faster. You get the faster mule, etc., etc. From having that second command center up faster. But anyway, not to be too critical of him. I mean, he went for a 14cc instead of a 15cc. Big deal, Wolf. Now, this drone's going to come in here and see that he's getting gases very quickly as well. Both of those gases. I've seen a lot of players take the backdoor gas immediately. Not necessarily taking the main gases, but he's going to be taking those. I wanted to see if he got 3. And he actually may use this drone to hide and cancel and scout a little bit later. You can do that. Stealing a gas. But it looks like he doesn't want to. Not sure if he can get out. Check that wall off. Nope, not walled off, so he does escape with the drone. As you can see, Min getting very, very fast gas off of that base. Not actually using it to mine any minerals. Kind of interesting. I'm going to ask one of the map makers. I wonder if that gas is a little bit closer to the hatchery or something. It kind of looks like it is. Maybe that's why people like to mine off of it faster. I'm just looking at it right now because a lot of people... Yeah, the producers actually just confirmed that it is, in fact, closer. So that's why people... Yeah, so I'm just being told, actually, I didn't know this to be the case. I thought it was just my mind playing tricks on me, but I'm being told that the gas is actually closer there at the backdoor expansion. And there's only one gas, so it's not a high-yield gas it used to be. Now it's just closer, so there's still an advantage of having it, a long-term advantage of having that gas closer. So I like that. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that until just now. So now the mystery is solved as to why players like to take that gas first. So very fast Baneling nest here. Min, he's been mining that gas for a long time. Did get Zergling speed, but he's going to have possibly enough Banelings to crush through here. Remember, if the best doesn't see this coming and he doesn't make a bunker blindly, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He's got that tech lab. He's making siege mode immediately with that tech lab. He's got a depot there, but those are the only two things really stop.